around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Running right. Here's Sanders. Spins by. And all the way down to the 37. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 37-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And that's caught by Smith. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. 15 running.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You go tight. You run, man. You got tight right there.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals 3, Browns 0.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Motion. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the curl. 12.
Love. And that's complete to Adams. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Now Locke. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Cleveland Farrell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And that'll set him back 5.
Check out. 622. Ricky. 11Z. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. You better be afraid of me.
To throw on second down is Luck. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
50.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Luck. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr., and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Luck now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To the air again, Luck. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Looking to throw on second down. Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there. Is that one good for 15 and a first?
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Oh, you got deep?
From the gun, here's Locke. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, here I come. 12. Here I come. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 12. Big Ed. Check 37.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Off of play action. Locke. Flushed out right.
I got you, boy.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, Locke. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Locke. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to fire one. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. In for the score. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11.
A shotgun snap for Locke. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. first down. Sanders. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Cunningham. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the 39, Luck. It's caught here by Adams. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Davante Adams, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. Here's Luck. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll run. It's Sanders. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, Fields got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Browns drive about to get started.
You got nothing to run.
John right.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Twelve.
58, boy, 58.
Hey, high 7.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Push him back. 58 is the mic. 58.
Hey, check.
Now Love. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the pass.
Now it's Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On 1st and 10, Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tucker's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. It's a big play there for the Browns. 66 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here.
11 feet.
53 at the mic. Watch the screen.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the screen.
Here's Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it's a dream start.